Hi class, it's Miss Pepworth. Today I'm going to read Now and Ben, which is our story this week from our Journeys book. It's on page 521. This is our last story in this book. You have read all the stories in this book. You are at the end of second grade and about to be third graders. So our last story is Now and Ben. It's about Ben Franklin and a lot of the inventions that he did. So I'm outside on this sunny day, ready for summer, and excited to read about Benjamin Franklin and some of his inventions. So get out your Journeys book, turn to page 521, Now and Ben. Now and then we think about Ben, Dr. Benjamin Franklin to be precise, and we think about his many inventions. He originated more than 200 years ago. It was as if Ben could see into the future. Almost everything he created is still around today. For instance, now, so that's today, our newspapers are filled with illustrations. Remember, illustrations are the drawings. Ben, so way back when Ben Franklin was alive, Ben was the first to print a political cartoon in America. The cartoon encouraged American colonies to join together or die like the disconnected snake. He was the first one to add an illustration to a newspaper, and now our newspapers are full of them. Now, our world relies on electricity. In the 18th century, many people believed that lightning was an act of anger or punishment from God. Ben was one of the scientists who discovered the true nature of electricity and how to use it. He learned that lightning is electricity when he attached a small metal wire to the top of a kite and gathered electricity from a storm cloud. Now, many buildings and homes use lightning rods to protect against lightning strikes. Ben invented the lightning rod and was the first one to use it. The pointed iron rod acts like a magnet and grabs an approaching lightning bolt from the sky before it can strike the rooftop. The electricity then travels safely down a long wire into the ground. It prevents fires and keeps dangerous amounts of electricity away from the house. Do you see Lily here reading with us? I wonder if Ben Franklin had a dog. Dogs were pets then and they're pets now. Now, this gadget goes by many names, such as a grabber. Everyone has seen one. It's the long stick that helps grab items from out-of-reach places. Anyone have a grabber toy at home where you squeeze it and you can grab things? My boys have one of those. Ben invented the original device and called it the long arm because it worked like a very long arm. Now, swimmers and divers use flippers to move faster through the water. We're going to travel over here and then read this box. We're going to go like this. Now, people use flippers. Ben invented things even when he was a boy. He was an avid swimmer and built wooden flippers for both his hands and his feet. Now, ships travel across the Gulf Stream to take advantage of the faster current. Ben measured, charted, and publicized the Gulf Stream during his 8 voyages across the Atlantic Ocean. Now, we understand and accept the benefits of vitamin C. Ben was an early promoter of eating citrus fruits to help prevent a disease called scurvy. So lots of times an invention can last hundreds of years and people still use it. Now, for a musical interlude, Ben invented the glass harmonica. It's not harmonica, it's armonica. He was able to create a music by simply touching his wet fingers to a row of spinning glass bowls. Mozart and Beethoven were so moved by the sound that they composed for the instrument. Today, glass harmonicas are very rare. You are more likely to find one in a museum than a music store. Music still exists for sure though. Now, chairs come in all shapes and sizes. Ben designed 2 chairs that are still very useful. The writing chair combined a desk and a chair into one, and the library chair was a combination of a chair and a stepladder. Now, everyone has seen a rocking chair, but not many have seen Dr. Franklin's rocking chairs. Ben invented one rocking chair with a fan on top and one that churned butter. So you had one that when you rocked it fanned you, and you had another one when you rocked made a butter churn go up and down. turned the milk into the butter. Now, every year we observe daylight savings time, which means we set our clocks ahead 1 hour in the springtime. As a result, it stays darker longer in the morning when most people are sleeping and stays light longer at the end of the day, so we can save more energy. In the fall, we return the clocks to standard time. Ben suggested this idea in one of his essays as a way to save money by burning fewer candles. Farmers could also gain more work time in the evening. Daylight savings time was not officially practiced until World War I, more than 100 years later. As for clocks, Ben designed the first clock with a second hand. Now, every automobile has an odometer to measure the distance it travels. So look in your parents' car. There's an odometer that tells you how many miles the car has traveled. Ben invented the odometer when he was Postmaster General so he could measure his postal routes. Now, almost every large community includes a library, a hospital, a post office, a fire department, and a sanitation department. Ben lived in the city that had none of these establishments, so he helped organize the first of each. A hospital, a library, a post office, a fire department, and a sanitation department, which cleans up like the garbage and human waste and stuff, so cleans up the yucky stuff. He helped get all that set up. Man, he had so many ideas. Now and then, we owe thanks to Ben for his important inventions, but many would agree with that his greatest accomplishment came in the form of documents that helped save the world, that helped shape the world. Ben had a pivotal role in the development of America's Constitution, the Treaty of Alliance with France, and the Treaty of Peace with England, and the Declaration of Independence. It's remarkable that one man could achieve so much in a lifetime. He has certainly helped form the modern world. Will his contributions help form the future? I think many of Ben's contributions will still be used in the future. So he invented so much in his world. What I want in his time that we still use in the world today. I wonder how many of you are going to invent something today or in your lifetime that will still be used in the world 200 years from now. I bet many of you will have some really interesting things that we'll use for a long time. You're such a creative group of people. I know you'll think of some good ideas. So Lily and I are excited to see you today. We miss you. And bye, class.